Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally again with LearningNet.com. And if you guys are watching this Scala hosting review, it means that you want to start using their web hosting services to create your very own website online. So what I wanted to do for you guys is a few things. I wanted to go over briefly why is it that you should use Scala hosting to create a website. Today, I'm going to show you how to do it step by step, getting signed up, get logged into the back end of your account itself, the S panel, and then thereafter access the C panel to then actually build, your website online. Before we get started, guys, with this YouTube tutorial, if you guys are totally new to this channel for LearnerNet.com, smash that like button, guys, if you want to learn about WordPress and how to create websites the easy way. And also, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way, future videos, how to upload, I show you how to save money online, how to do different things, with your website. You guys will be sure to receive these notifications on YouTube. So just a little bit about me before we really dive into this Scala hosting review and tutorial. I've been online for several years, and during this time, I've been able to create different websites using WordPress. WordPress, if you don't know already, is a CMS platform. It's a content management system itself. All that means in a nutshell is that it allows you to be able to create a website from scratch without the need of having any experience with HTML or with coding. And so WordPress is like the number one software out there, guys, that allows you to create your very own website, especially if you guys want to start blogging, online. I have several websites online that I've created, one of which is learnernet.com. And obviously this channel that I have set up is designed to help people just like yourselves to learn how to start WordPress blogs the simple way, okay? I did put together a brief Scala hosting review on the blog itself. It goes through the ins and outs of what to expect as for, the costs with their web hosting, their customer support, what I personally think about them, with using them. I talk about things like uptime, performance, and also security, all of which are extremely important to know before getting started with any web hosting provider. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today, just to give you a brief overview of what to expect before getting started, with Scala Hosting's platform, creating your website today. I'm going to assume that you already have an account with them. If you do not have an account already with Scala Hosting, to be able to create any website online, guys, you need two things. One, you need a domain name. And two, you need web hosting. Your domain name is simply going to be the name of your website. Like if you go back to the case of my website, it's learnernet.com. It's very simple. Learnernet.com. Your website might be a .com. It might be a .net. It might be a .org. It really doesn't matter the extension that you use. You just need a name for your website to be able to allow your visitors to type something in to make it to your website that you're creating today with Scala hosting. The next thing that you need is web hosting. Now, if you don't have your domain name or web hosting, I want you guys to click the link that's right below. It's the very first link. It's going to give you guys an amazing discount off your web hosting today. And that way you guys can get all of the resources and tools that you'll need to be able to create your website from scratch within the next few moments. So click on that link below, guys. It is an affiliate link. I do receive a credit or referral, for you using it, but you guys benefit greatly in a number of ways. One, you're going to get a special discount off today by using that link below. And also, you don't have to go out and spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars with a web developer just to show you the simple things that you're going to learn today. So I really appreciate you guys using that affiliate link right below. When you do, it's going to open up to Scala Hosting's landing page, which looks like this. And you'll notice that, Scala Hosting has several different types of web hosting that you can have access to. Of course, there's cloud, which they really specialize with that. It's very fast, guys, fast page loads, fast performance. And that's something that Google really looks for when it comes to like ranking websites, like on the very first page. Shared web hosting is really for beginners. It's really ideally for people who have never created a website online. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you how to get started with your website today by selecting the best web hosting package that'll help you to save the most money, online today. and to really get the best out of the resources that Scala Hosting offers. Of course, there's WordPress hosting specific. And you might think, guys, that if you're going to create like a WordPress website, that you need to have WordPress hosting. And it's just the opposite. WordPress hosting adds a lot of, bells and whistles that you may not need off back, as a beginner. So I just highly, highly recommend, guys, that you go with a shared web hosting package. If you guys click up here, of course, you'll see again their managed cloud, packages itself that you have access to. You have the WordPress, as I mentioned before. What I want you to do right now is to click on the web hosting tab that's right here, okay? Great. So once you do that and you scroll down, you'll see that they have 4 major packages that you can select from. There's a mini, start, advanced, and the managed VPS. The VPS, as you guys can see, is what's recommended that you get started with. But again, if you're a beginner online and you've never created a website before, you don't need to manage VPS right now. I highly recommend that if you just want to do one website, go with the mini plan. But if you're doing like affiliate marketing, network marketing, or you just have like several projects online that you need to accomplish within the next few months or years, I highly, highly recommend going with the start or the advanced plan itself. When you do, both of these 2 plans, guys, will allow you to create unlimited websites online. It's super simple to do it. Again, you'll have your domain name itself that you're going to get today, which will be 100% free. So you're going to save about $20 off the gate with your free domain name that you're getting. Typically, if you have a domain name, guys, and you got it from maybe like GoDaddy, for example, you're spending more or less about $15 to $20, at GoDaddy, depending if it's like a .com, .net, .org, or what have you. But again, with Scala Hosting today, you're going to get a free domain name with your purchase today. So as you guys will notice here, those are the very first 2 steps that you have to really start with, with creating any website, any blog, any e-commerce store online that you want to create, online. You need a domain name, you need a web hosting, and that's what you can get right here today by using the links below, guys. So what I want you to do is just to make your selection, and you'll see that you have different options. What's amazing, guys, if you're using the link below, you'll notice that you will be able to take advantage of a trial of 99 cents for your very first month, which is amazing. Nobody out there, no other web hosting provider out there that I've seen in all the years that I've been online will allow you to get started for only 99 cents. It's amazing. So that's why I wanted you guys to get started today with Scala Hosting. The very first month, you'll be able to test out their services for only 99 cents with the links below. Now, depending on your term that you decide to go with, let's say that you want to, lock in for like a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's really up to you. That'll really determine like your monthly rate. So basically with web hosting, guys, I want you to understand this as beginners. If you've never created a website online, you need to understand that when you purchase web hosting, you're buying it month to month, or on a yearly basis, 2-year basis, or 3-year basis. That's basically how web hosting works online. You need to understand that. And I just wanted to take a few moments out to really explain how that works. Now, the key thing to saving the most money online, guys, let me say this again. The key thing to saving the most money online will be to purchase more web hosting up front. I personally recommend purchasing at least 3 years of web hosting, but you may decide different. You may want to go with 2 years. You may just go with 1 year. It really depends on how serious you are about your business online and how much money you really want to save. So once you just click on the links itself, let's say you're going with like the start plan itself. Once you click on it, guys, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And basically, you'll start off with your 1-month trial if you want to just do that. If you want to just go ahead and bump it up to the 12 months, you'll just select that. It really just depends on you guys. 24 months, you can see obviously the price changes slightly. 36 months, which is a 3-year plan, you'll be getting it for as low as $5.95 per month. So obviously, the more time that you lock in, you'll save more money, because what happens with web hosting in general, not only with Scala Hosting, but with any web hosting provider out there, guys, is that when web hosting renews, the pricing goes up, slightly. But across the board, Scala Hosting has the lowest prices, online for the web hosting itself. And for that reason, I wanted to do this Scala hosting review to help you guys to, again, appreciate more about what you're getting, with their services. And again, I'll drop the link below as well to my blog. That way you can learn more about, utilizing the services to create your website today. But what you're going to do, guys, is once you select the term that you want to go with, you can click on the continue button. From that point, you're just going to go through the process, guys, of setting up your account online. Okay, it's super, super simple, step by step. And once you do that and you pay for your web hosting itself, guys, you're going to get an email from Scala Hosting, and it's going to have some information that's going to allow you to log into the back end of your office itself. It's going to allow you to log into the back end of your account. And also, you're going to receive an email. It's going to be a very important one. It's going to give you access to what's called your cPanel. And also, you're going to have access to name servers. In the event you are, let's say you purchase like a domain name at GoDaddy or perhaps Namecheap, that email will contain your name servers. That way you can point your domain to Scala Hosting's servers itself. Okay, that may sound like a lot as a beginner, but I just wanted to put that out there. And that way, if you have any questions at all about this, guys, don't hesitate to drop them below, because I want to help you guys to get through this process of creating your website, online. Okay, so what I'm going to do, being that I already have an account with Scala Hosting, is I'm going to log into my account right now. I just wanted to give you guys an overview of what to expect. With this, you have to get your domain name. It's free through Scala. You have to get your web hosting. So just select one of the 4 plans that you feel to be best for your current, business situation. Once you make your selection, you'll get credentials to your email that allow you to log into the client area that we're doing right now. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay. I'm going to type in my email, which is learnernet.com at Gmail. Then I'm going to log into the, back end of my account itself. And again, the email that you set up today for your account, that's what you're going to use right here, guys. And your password, you're going to plug that in. It's going to bring you to the back end right here. Okay. So good. So this is what's called the client area. This is the back end of your account. I wanted to go over briefly what we're looking at here before we actually start creating the website, online. You'll notice, guys, that where it says my details, you can edit like your account details, like your profile itself for your account. You have payment methods. You can do this like a debit card, a credit card. You can even use PayPal. You can prepay it. It's just so flexible, guys. I love that Scala Hosting allows you to do that. You can set up like different accounts with it. You can change your password. Let's say the password that you use upon setting up your account. You can change it, right there. There's security settings, your email. You have different services, obviously, with the web hosting that you got set up today. If you wanted to like upgrade to maybe like the next level, if you got like the mini and you want to go up to start, or like to the advanced plan, or maybe a VPS plan, you can do all of that from the comfort of the back end of your website itself. You do get a free domain name today when you guys get started with the link below. If you want to purchase new domains through Scala Hosting, all of that, guys, you can do right here. So I just wanted to show you how that works. Basically, with your creating of your website, you get your domain name, that's free. You get your web hosting, which you're doing that right now, right? And if you need to pause this video, do it. That way we can both be on the same page, guys, with this, and you won't miss anything at all, okay? So the very next step to creating, like a WordPress website is to actually install WordPress on it. So hopefully you guys are already, logged into like the back end of your, your account itself, which looks like this. What I want you to do is to click on where it says manage. And I want you to click on where it says manage server. Do that right now. And when you do that, guys, I'm just opening it up in another page itself. You're going to see something that looks just like this. It looks just like, the account area itself. But now I want you to scroll down to where it says actions, and then click on log in to cPanel. So do that right now. You're going to log into that right now. Okay. Great, guys. So this is the cPanel itself. And this is really where all the work starts, with the creation of your website. Briefly, guys, I just wanted to go over what you're looking at here. I mean, you'll see that it's kind of divvied in different subsections where you can gain access to your files, databases. You have SEO and marketing tools that help you to rank high in the search engines. Of course, I'm going to be helping you step by step today through the process of creating your WordPress website on Scala's platform itself, guys. This is where you can see your domain name. So any domains that you purchase through Scala hosting, of course, today you're getting a free domain, your very first domain. Any consecutive ones, of course, you're purchasing those. If you got them from like GoDaddy externally or like Namecheap, again, you can add those domains, right here. It's super simple. And that way you can create your website, with WordPress. And again, if you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to drop them down below because I want to make sure that you guys get this and you don't have any questions through the process. This is super, super simple to do. And I want to make sure that nothing is missed. Okay, great. So when you scroll down, you can set up email accounts, unlimited email accounts, guys, for your business. That way you can keep contact with your clients, your customers, and people that land, on your website. There's some security features and tabs that are here that are really amazing. If you click on like software, you'll see different softwares. Of course, we're going to be using WordPress, but you'll have access to different CMS platforms that are out there, such as like Joomla, Drupal, and other ones that are there. But again, today we're just going to be using WordPress for the purpose of this Scala hosting review. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys, how this really works. Now, if you click right here where it says WordPress, because that's what we're going to be using today to create, the website itself, click on WordPress right now. And as I told you before, you have access to different, CMS platforms, guys. But if you scroll down and click on install, so click on install right now. And what we're going to be doing, guys, is we're going to be installing WordPress on our domain name itself. Now, you'll notice here where it says in directory, I want you to erase the WP there. You may see it there. If you don't see it there, then that's fine. But whatever that's in that in directory field, erase it. You want to do that because you want your website to install WordPress on it really clean. What I mean by that is, for the example, like in my site, learninit.com, what follows it, the Scala hosting review that follows that, that's called a permalink. We're going to talk a little bit later about that. But basically, you want your website to just read xyzdomain.com. You don't want it to say xyzdomain.com/ and whatever, right? And so that WP that's there by default, you want to remove it. And that way you'll be good to go with that, okay? And again, I'm going to reemphasize this as we proceed, with the Scala hosting review, okay? Great. So the next subsection, guys, says site name. This is going to be the name of your website that you're creating with Scala hosting right now, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now. I want you to type in the name of your website. Do that right now. So I am typing in WP Hosting 101. That's what I'm going to type in. Site description is a brief description of what your visitors will learn about upon, like navigating your website. What should your visitors expect to learn on your website today? So I'm going to just type in something random, okay? But you can type in anything that you want. It just has to be something that's centered around whatever it is that you promote or the service that you provide, to your visitors, okay? So I'm going to type in best web hosting services for beginners to create websites. Again, you can plug in anything that you want there. This site description is just a tagline to let your visitors know what your website is about. Just to show you guys what I'm talking about, go back to my site right here. You can see right here, learninit.com is the name of the website. The tagline or site description is learn how to create WordPress websites and make money. That's what I do on this website. I show people how to create WordPress websites and make money online. That's what this is about. So what you're going to do is plug in whatever your website is about, guys. Drop down to where it says admin account. I want you to plug in a admin username. Now, guys, this is not the same username that you got or use to set up your account with Scala Hosting. This is simply to be able to log into the back end of the dashboard for your website itself. This may sound like a lot, especially if you've never created a website online, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in just a few moments, okay? So you're going to plug in a username. This specific username is going to give you access to the dashboard of the website that you're creating right now. And that way you'll be able to like configure, you can make changes, customize your website online, and be able to make it look the way that you want it to look, okay? Now I want you to plug in a password. I recommend, guys, that you select a password. Create a password that has like 8 to 10 characters, something that is difficult. What you want is that the end result says that it's strong, it's green. You don't want to use anything crazy like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, nothing like that. You want it to be difficult, yet something that you can remember, and it makes it difficult for somebody to just guess on the fly, right? Type in your email. So I'm going to type in mine, learnernet.com at Gmail. So I'm going to plug in this. You want to do that because if you ever get locked out of your website, maybe you forgot your password. Like me, I have a lot of websites online. So if I forgot like a password, for a given website, I can actually reset it. And that reset is going to be thrown to the email itself that you're setting up right here. Okay. Also, any communications directly from WordPress, periodically WordPress will like upgrade or update the software itself. And so that communication itself will go directly to this email that you have on file, okay? The next thing that we want to do in the Scala Hosting Review is select the language. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial for Scala Hosting, we're just going to leave it at English. If you speak another language that you prefer over English, you can just click the drop down, and this is amazing, I think, where it will allow you guys to configure the language of your website, which is amazing. So again, depending on your audience or your personal preferences for your website, you can preset the language of your website, which I think is amazing. What do you guys think about that? Let me know right below in the comments area, okay? What's cool too is right here, these are 2 plugins. We're going to talk more about plugins a little bit later. Plugins really just give your website functionality. They're kind of like, I like to compare them to like apps like on your phone. If you have like an Android or maybe like an iPhone or something like that, we all have apps on our phones that allow us to do things that we can't do without them. And so plugins, WordPress plugins allow you to do precisely that. They give you 2 right here by default. I'm going to click both of them because I do want both of these. The limit login attempts prevents hackers and people from just guessing your password for your website. Classic editor is really for being able to like create like your posts and your pages for your website. It's really great and very user friendly. Okay, scroll down, skip advanced options, don't mess with that. You'll notice where it says show themes, show all themes. These are some premium style themes, guys, that I wanted to show you. You can install one right here. If you do, basically it's going to be the website theme that your site will have itself, the WordPress theme that your website will have, if I can get that out. And so they're really nice. The cool thing about these themes right here, should you decide to install one of them, is that if you install one of them, guys, it will allow you to build out pages ahead. So maybe like an about page, a services page, like a contact page, and so on. It just allows you to do that. Just to show you an example of this, I just want you guys to understand like how this really works. Let's say, for example, I select this educator theme. Just an example. You'll see that here, guys, it's going to build out for you an about page, a contact page, a courses page, a home page. If you guys are offering or promoting a website that offers something like that, this might be an ideal theme to install. You can actually just click on each of these and you can see like what they look like before it's actually installed on your website. And again, you don't have to select a theme right now. You can do this at any point. In fact, I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. And so that's basically going to be the next step after installing WordPress. We're going to install WordPress themes, but I just wanted to show you how that works with this tutorial. What we're going to do is we're going to use this default theme right here. I'm going to select it. I want you to plug in your email again. You're going to be doing this because once you install WordPress on your domain name today, you're going to get a confirmation to your email that WordPress was successfully installed on your domain name itself. And this takes just a few moments to do. It's really quick. All the hard work is out of the way, guys. You didn't have to know anything about coding or like HTML, setting up websites, nothing like that. Scala hosting takes care of all of this for you so you don't have to, okay? Now, if you want to see what your website looks like, when you get to this page where it says, congratulations, the software was installed successfully, it means that your website is live on the internet. I want you to click on it right now. And when you do, guys, you're going to see that you have a live website on the internet. Do you guys have this too? If you do, you give yourselves a pat on the back. You should be happy that you made it to this point. A lot of developers online will charge you hundreds of dollars just to get here. And you guys are doing this step by step. It's very simple. Doesn't require experience at all with HTML or coding, guys. So this is amazing. We have a live website on the web right now. People can view it. They can visit it. Obviously, there's no content on it right now, right? But you can see that we have our title, WP Hosting 101, and the tagline that we set up before, right? You remember that? Best web hosting services for beginners to create websites. And this is something that you can change at any given moment. Now, I told you that you're going to be gaining access to what's called a dashboard. Click on this second admin link. It's going to automatically log you into the back end of your dashboard for your new Scala hosting website. So it looks like this. You'll notice on the left sidebar here, you have different options that allow you to better manage, your website online. You have posts, media, pages, comments, appearance, which allow you guys to change the current theme that you have on your website right now. You have plugins. I've talked about that briefly before. I'll tell you about some plugins that I recommend that you install today on your website. You can add users onto your website. So you may be like the owner of your website, but if you have like employees or maybe partners or just other people that you would like to be able to add content onto your website, you can do that right there. This is for tools that you can add, settings that really help you to moderate not only like your comments, but again, like pinging and all of that, guys. So I just wanted to give you a brief overview again of how that really works, but this is the dashboard of your website itself. Now, I talked to you guys before about the username and the password that you had created before. You remember that we did that? I want to show you why you did that. Go to log out on this sidebar right here. You'll be brought back to this main page, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to type in your domain name, like in my case, it's WP-hosting101.com. I want you to type in WP-admin. Do that. When you do this, you're basically telling your website that you want to log into it to then make changes to it. You'll see this right here. So I'm going to type in WP-hosting101. I'm going to plug in my password that I set up before, right? You remember that? Click enter or the login button, and it's going to bring you right back to your dashboard. Wasn't that easy, guys? You can opt to save it, to your computer or not. But this is what you're seeing right here, guys. It's super, super simple. Now, what I want you to do is click on Appearance and go to Themes. What we're going to be doing here, guys, is basically selecting another WordPress theme. I could very well keep this 2021 theme that's right here. You'll see two default themes that are right here, 2019, and this is 2020, right? I mean, you can delete these if you want to look at it. You can get a preview of it to see what it looks like. If you want to delete it, you can just simply click on the bottom right where it says delete. And you can delete and add themes all day long. Really doesn't matter. What really matters is that you find something that works for you. Now, to be able to go and select a really nice theme for your Scala hosting website that you're creating today, I want you to click on Add New. Do that right now. And when you do that, we're going to gain access to tons of free WordPress themes online, guys. Now, you'll see that this WordPress theme directory gives you access to thousands upon thousands of themes. It's kind of broken down into different subsections. You have featured, you have popular, latest, favorite. And again, if you see something that you like here, guys, the actual, like front page or this glimpse of it, you can simply click on preview and it'll show you what that, theme will look like if you were to install it. If you like it, you like the preview, you can install it and activate it, and that will be the actual theme that you'll have, on your website itself. What I wanted to do, guys, is I wanted to show you a quick way to go about finding a theme that's really centered around exactly what you're doing, what you're promoting, or the services that you have online. The reality is with WordPress websites, WordPress in itself, there are probably over 11,000 WordPress themes that are out there, guys. And obviously in the Scala hosting review, I don't have time to go through all of them, but I wanted to show you a quick way to find themes that work for you. I like to search for things using keywords. So let's say that the industry that you're in is centered around food. And this is just an example, guys. It doesn't really mean that that's what you're doing, but I want you to type in a keyword that's centered around what you do. So you'll notice here that you have keywords centered around food or themes that are centered around food. And these are really, really nice. I'm not showing you this to make you hungry in this Scala hosting review, but I'm just showing you this. That way you can see how this really works. And again, if you see a theme that you like, maybe you like this pizza theme, click on preview. If you like it, great. Install it, activate it, and that will be the theme that you'll have on your website itself. Let's say that you are into like fitness. Type in fitness, and what are you going to see? Well, you're going to see WordPress themes, again, that are centered around fitness. So you can see people working out. This is great. Yoga. There are people in gyms doing that. This is really nice. So if you're into like weight loss, like fitness, again, you can type in those very terms. Let's say that you are into, let me think about another keyword itself. Let's think about like SEO or like marketing, any keyword that you guys want to plug in there. You'll basically get themes that, again, are centered, around that. Some people, like during, COVID right now, they're doing weddings, maybe Zoom weddings. Maybe you want to create a blog for like the wedding industry, your wedding business. Again, you plug in that word wedding, and you'll see that you're getting themes that are centered around weddings. So what do you guys think about that? I just wanted to show you that briefly. How is it that you can go about selecting a theme for your website itself? For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to type in a theme that is called Frito. You can type in any theme that you guys want. What you can do is just click on it. I already know what it looks like, but you can get a preview of it. I can activate it, and boom, I can use this very theme, for the website itself. And again, if I want to see like what the theme looks like, I can just click right there where it says visit site. And what I'm going to see is the actual theme is actually changed. So I really like this one. Again, you can see the title, you can see the tagline. There's a sample page right here. And then this is like a default, post hello world. It comes with every new installation that you get. But that's how that really works with changing themes, guys. The very next thing that I wanted to talk about is I wanted to go through some of the mechanics of like maintaining your website online. To do that, go back to dashboard. There's some things that I think you should know as a beginner online with, some basic maintenance that you should be aware of. Go down to settings and, excuse me, not settings, but go first to, yes, settings. Go to settings and go to permalinks. Let's do that first. Go to permalinks. We talked about that briefly. We have like that hello world, which is the actual post, that default post that we have there. You'll notice that right here for permalinks, it's preset to date and name. Date and name just makes your permalink look very long. Like in the case of my site for learninit.com, for this particular WordPress post about Scala hosting this review, you can see that the permalink is 3 words, Scala hosting review. There's no dates in there. There's no month or like the day of the year. Nothing, none of that is in there. It just makes it too long. So for SEO purposes, to help your website to rank a lot higher, and also to help your visitors to be able to remember, your website or different topics that you're talking about, I prefer to use post name because it's cleaner and it just makes it way better, with your website itself. And so versus having like hello world or whatever it is that you're talking about, the day that you created the post, the month that it was created, the year, very long extension. It's just going to say, like learnernet.com, or in this case, wphosting101.com/, and the actual slug itself that is going to be utilized right there. So I just wanted to show you how that works. The next thing that I want you to look at, guys, is plugins. As I mentioned before, plugins are like apps for websites. They allow you to have more functionality over the management of your website. So in this Scala hosting review, I wanted to go over how these really work. You guys noticed that we installed two by default earlier, the classic editor and the Loganizer one. This Hello Dolly, you won't need that at all, so we're going to delete it. It comes on every new WordPress installation that you have with your web hosting itself. Estimate is a really, really great plugin. This really helps you to block 24/7 any spam and malware that may try to attack your website. Comments that are left on your website that have nothing to do with the actual topic that you're covering, Estimate blocks it. But if you keep this plugin up here and you activate it, it actually costs. It's not free. Just about all of the WordPress plugins that are available on WordPress are free, but this one is not. It costs about $5 per website. So depending on how many websites that you have out there, if you want to do it for the basic plan, it's like $5. But I like to use free plugins because they do the same thing and they get the job done. Okay, so what I want you to do, guys, is just click on these two, go up here, and we're going to click on delete because we don't want these plugins on our site. And click apply. Do that. It's going to erase them. The next thing I want you to do is click on add new. Do that right now. Click on add new, and this is where you're going to search for plugins that'll help you to better manage your website. There are a few that I want you to install right now on your Scala hosting website. Type in the word Yoast. This is an amazing plugin, guys, that helps with the SEO of your website, the search engine optimization. This website, guys, helps you to rank higher in the search engines with Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines that people may use around the world. When you start writing like WordPress posts and pages that you're going to publish, it helps you with your H1s, your H2s, your H3s. It lets you know how often you're mentioning your targeted keyword in your content. If you're mentioning it too much or if it's not enough, it really helps you. It's an amazing, amazing plugin that I think everybody should definitely install, on their websites today. Another great plugin, guys, that I think you should install today, if you type in the word broken link, you'll get this one right here, Broken Link Checker. This is an amazing plugin that basically notifies you anytime a website that you're linking to is updated. So for example, we're creating this website today. We're doing a Scala hosting review, creating a Scala website today. And let's say like a post on your website was created like this year, but next year you update it, right? And so basically if somebody links to you, they'll get a notification that your website was updated. And so that way, if you have any broken links, any visitors that land on your Scala hosting website, they won't get like errors that, a link is broke. It might discourage them and make them leave your website and go to your competitors. And that's obviously something that you don't want. If you want to have something like a feature to chat with people on your website, you may have noticed that on some websites, you may save something like on the bottom right or the bottom left, where basically a rep may say, hey, can I help you? Can I assist you? Basically, WordPress plugins allow you to do that. So any particular function, guys, that you want your website to do, you can find a plugin by simply just typing in a keyword. You guys know in this tutorial so far that I like to use keywords to be able to, again, find plugins or even WordPress themes that you guys are after. Okay, so I'm going to stop with WordPress plugins right now. You can continue to install WordPress plugins, going forward if you want, but I just wanted to show you guys how that really works, right? I recommend, I don't typically have more than 10 plugins, give or take. I say about 8 to 10, more or less, on the websites that I have online. So you don't need too many WordPress plugins. If you have too many, it could be like having too many apps on your phone. It can make your phone, maybe run slow. It may take up too much space and cause other things to malfunction. And so too many plugins are not great. You just want to install the essential ones that allow you to do what you want your website to do, if that makes sense. All right. What I wanted to do right now, guys, is I wanted to talk about like posts. So go right here where it says post. And with creating posts, guys, online is super simple. This one right here is the hello world. I want you to trash it. We don't need that. This is the default post that happens on every new installation of WordPress when you create like a website online. So we're just going to delete that. And I wanted to show you how it works. It's super simple, guys. Again, creating websites, doing this, publishing content, publishing, pages, sharing it with other people. It's not really rocket science. It's something that's super simple. And again, I just wanted to show this to you. That way you can see how simple it is. Great. So once you add like a post to your blog itself, right? You're starting the blog. You're starting a blog to share your products or services, with other people online. Maybe you're doing affiliate marketing. I'm not really sure. You can let me know in the comments area below. But when you start creating posts, you'll have your title. You'll type that in here. And your actual content, you'll type it in here. If you have a link that you want to hyperlink, maybe you have like an affiliate offer or just something like that, you can take like the word itself and you can like hyperlink it. Let's say like how to create, websites, just to give you an example. You can click on the word itself. You can hyperlink it, and you can actually plug in a link that will take a person to whatever, like link on your website, or if it's an external link, like an affiliate offer, what have you, you can type that in right here. And basically what happens, guys, once you plug in, the link itself and your visitor clicks on that link, they're going to be taken to that very page itself, right? So that's how linking works, with your website itself. All you have to do, guys, is type in your title. You're going to plug in your content. You can click on add media to add pictures to your content itself. And you can plug in your tags, basically given, like idea to basically highlighting like what the content is about. And that way you can rank for it, online. It's very, very simple and straightforward when it comes to creating posts. Pages work the exact same way, guys. Once you click on like, all pages, for example, and you'll see like you have a default privacy policy that's already here. There's a sample page right there. We can delete it. We don't need it. If you want to add like a page, of course, you click on add page. And basically what you're going to do, guys, is let's say you want to create like an about me, like a services page, a contact me page, what have you. You're going to type whatever the name of that page is right here. Plug in your contact info, like if you have like an office phone number or like an email for your business itself, however it is that you want your visitors to contact you, you're going to plug in that information right there. And of course, you can add images by clicking on add media, and you can embed easily those images that you already have, on your desktop itself, guys. So I wanted to show you that briefly. How is it that you do post and also pages? It's very simple, guys. And once you finish with your posts and pages, what you're going to do is you're going to click on publish. When you publish it, now it's available to the world and people can actually find it like in the search engines. And if you're on like YouTube or on social media, you can give that link to people. And the more you blog and share your content online, guys, the more your information you'll get out there, and you'll start building traffic day by day to your Scala hosting website. So I just wanted to go over that briefly, the general idea of how to create your website using WordPress and how is it that you can go about creating the individual pages and the posts. Is super simple how to do it. But again, if you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to drop them, right below. Something that I wanted to talk about, guys, is how to promote your content, online. When it comes to the promotion of your website, obviously you're creating your website because you want to make money online, right? If you didn't want to make money, you wouldn't be here spending your valuable time watching this Scala hosting review, right? The key thing to making money with your website that you created today, whether it's for a blog or it's just a simple website, whatever, you need to promote it online. One good way to do that that's free is through video marketing. What are we using right now? We're using YouTube. YouTube is 100% free. It's owned by Google. And when I upload, for example, this video, the Scala hosting review for you guys, people typing into Google how to create a website using Scala hosting or Scala hosting review, they'll see this video in the SERPs. And so that's what you want to do. You want to create content on your website. Like in my case, I have this review for Scala hosting, and it tells people why they should get started with it. Why is it that it's a super affordable, web hosting a provider for beginners? They have amazing uptime. They have amazing customer support. And speaking about customer support, I almost left that out. I wanted to take you guys briefly over to a website. It's called trustpilot.com. And when you get to trustpilot.com, I just want you to see what people think about Scala hosting. Of course, I'm telling you guys in this Scala hosting review how much I love them. And I think they're absolute amazing web hosting provider, super affordable. They have amazing customer support. But I wanted to show you externally what other people think, based on their experience. So you'll see right here on Trustpilot, this is a respected, very reputable website online where you can find out about any company out there, not only Scala hosting, but any web hosting company that's out there that you're thinking about using. You can check them out here. You'll notice that they have an excellent rating. Out of 5 stars, they have a 4.9 rating itself. People rave about Scala hosting. You can see the breakdown right there, and obviously people absolutely love the service itself. And you can take time to read through these if you want. I'm not going to go through all of these comments here, but I will link to it right below. That way you guys can check it out below. But again, I wanted to talk specifically about how amazing the customer support is. They're really fast, not only with their chat, their email, but phone support. Really all around amazing customer support. And I think that's really key to, again, having a successful business online, any event you guys have questions. But going back to like promoting your website online, you have to tap into YouTube. It's 100% free. You can use email marketing. I like Get Response. Get Response, I'll leave a link right below. Another great company to look at is Aweber with email marketing. And basically how it works is you pay like a very minimum fee. It's very, very cheap. And you can actually build a list where you can keep contact with your visitors over time to then sell them products that you may be offering. If you have like a sale going on with your store or your business, you can send out like an email to your audience, and that way they could make it back to your website, or you can send them to a specific offer that you have online. So email marketing is just a simple way to be able to stay in contact, with your visitors or potential customers, over time. Fiverr is a website, and again, I'll drop these links right below. Fiverr is a website that basically allows you guys to connect or network with a freelancer. So if you want somebody to create content, on your website, you may want to create all the content for your website by yourself, or you may want to outsource it. So you can connect with freelancers who will write content for you for your WordPress website. If you want somebody to create thumbnails for your YouTube channels, if you want them to help you with backlinks, you want them to do whatever it is, like edit videos for your YouTube channel, you can find any and everything on Fiverr. And again, I'll drop links right below for you guys. That way you will be able to check that site out as well. Other good websites that tap into a Quora and Reddit, they're social media platforms. You may be already familiar with obviously Facebook and Instagram, which are great. Quora and Reddit, they're free platforms online that allow you to connect with people that are looking for the products and services that you guys provide. And so I wanted to briefly, guys, again, do this Scala hosting review. They're not, I noticed, on YouTube, there are not a lot of videos online, not a lot of tutorials online that show people how to create, WordPress websites, how to install WordPress on it, how to do this, how to do that. But I wanted to share with you guys step by step how you can go about doing that, with your own website, and really just creating a site that, again, you would be happy with, and you can start blogging. And so the real idea with blogging, guys, is this. Right now we don't have any content on our site right now, but once you start publishing content, you just have to get started with this, and that way you get the ball running, and you'll start getting page views, visitors to your site. You start promoting it like on YouTube, Reddit, Fiverr, all these different platforms, and you start getting people to your website. And that way you'll really start seeing, revenue with the products that you're trying to promote, on your website itself. Some other things that I wanted to share with you before letting you go is I want you to go to settings. If you go to settings right now, you'll be able to actually change the title of your website. You can change the tagline. I told you guys before that you can do that. You can scroll down and change your email for your admin, which is pretty cool if you want to do that. Maybe you don't want to use this email. You want to use like a personal email or another email. That's where you would change it. If you click on writing on the left sidebar, you'll see right here that if you drop down to the very bottom, these are links for pinging. Pinging basically, once you publish like a WordPress post on your site, it allows your content to get out to the search engines fast, and it's really great. If you click on like reading, you will see that it will have some options right here, how many posts that you can display on your website. You can leave that as is. If you look at discussion, you'll notice that you'll have some options that are right here where you can allow people to comment. You can close off posts after a certain amount of days if you don't want people to comment on it after a certain amount of days. You can hold comments for moderation, which I highly recommend. That way you can moderate each and every comment that comes on your website, guys. So again, with the website itself, guys, you have complete control over the management of your WordPress website. The real key right now is just to get started. Start publishing content on your website. Start publishing pages. Share your content on social media. Share it on YouTube. Just start doing it. I've given you guys the basics in this Scala hosting review. I hope that you guys really enjoy this video review. If you did, smash that like button. Also subscribe to this channel, as periodically on this channel, I do upload videos on how to market your website online. I go over some free ways, I go over some paid ways, and I show you guys how to do it the right way. That way you'll get results, online with your website. So I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through this entire Scala hosting tutorial. I wanted to give you a brief overview of what to expect, not only with their web hosting itself, the different plans that are available to you guys, but just to show you how to get started from scratch and be on your way to success with this year, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate your patience, with this, and share this content also with other people online. That way they too can learn how to create websites using Scala hosting. I hope you guys have an amazing day and week. And as always, stay safe during COVID. Take care.